talking philosophically. Hypothetically.
I've never heard of a woman who hypothetically falls in love.
Well, maybe you have now. Anyway, I think your theory is a crock. There's no such thing as this more or less. One person loves one more than the other, and the next day it's the next person's turn or whatever. It sounds like you and Lionel.
Touché.
I'm sorry.
No, you're right. The more I loved him, the less he wanted me to. And when I left, he was all devotion.
Shouldn't have to be like that. Are you speaking from experience? I'm not honestly sure if I am or not.
Well, about this man who adores you, or did, or does he?
What are we talking about men for anyway? Who cares? I mean it, damn it. I don't need someone to sweep life's little trials under the rug. You know, I have yet to meet a man who is half as competent as I am. To hell with Henry Higgins. I say, why can't a man be more like a woman?
I'll drink to that. Did he make you happy?
Never mind.
Well, I'm just curious for instructional purposes.
He led me to believe that I could be happy with the right person. And that was something that I needed to know very much at that time.
Well, tell me about him. What the heck? Let's just bathe in the champagne glow of your birthday and get down to brass tacks.
No. That's enough.
All right. But I still think he's wonderfully handsome. Father Michael, I mean.
If that was the question, and I'm sure that it was, the answer is no.
Well, I could let it pass, I suppose.
Or let it drop.
It's just that I have never known you to lie to me and mean it. Now, why did you keep his medallion? Why did you deny you had it? Now, you don't have to answer. I'll think what I think.
It was something that happened once. And I knew that there would never be a next time. And I really don't see why I have to explain any of this to anyone.
Well, all right, you don't. I didn't plan all this just for you to be angry at me on your birthday, I promise.
It seemed like Mason and I had been in combat my entire life. I couldn't think of anything else. I couldn't remember anything else. And then that man in that room, he made me watch those. It all seemed like part of the same damn nightmare. I thought I was going to die. And I couldn't think of a reason not to. Except Samantha.
Oh, Julia.
But the worst part was going home when I was supposed to just go on. See, that was more frightening to me than anything else.
Where was I? Why didn't you tell me?
There was nothing to tell. Yes, I kept the medal. And it wasn't so much a reminder of him as it was just a reminder that kindness and goodness and all of the things that I considered to be a necessary condition for life on this earth were still possible, even though I felt like I had been stripped of all of it. Now, I know that sounds like an elevated excuse for something that was very wrong, and I do think it would be wrong to continue it.
Why, when it was something so important between you, even once?
You don't understand. See, it was more than something. It wasn't just something between us. It was more like separate events in two very separate lives that just happened to come together at the same place at the same time. It stood for more than what it was.
Well, I just think you're trying to rationalize it because you're afraid of taking a chance.
You're right about one thing. I am afraid. I could hurt him so easily without meaning to, and he would let me.
Well, I think that's more his decision, don't you?
No, I don't.
could do anything for her friends or her child.
Julia?
Oh. Well, then you see her the same way I do. Father, she is so alone and so unhappy. Not that she'd ever admit to it. It practically broke my heart today when I tried to give her some semblance of a birthday party, and there we were together.
Today? Is Julia's birthday?
Oh, there I go. Please, don't ever tell her I told you that. You know she doesn't like people to feel sorry for her.
How's the birthday?
Oh, who told you?
Didn't you tell me once?
Augusta.
It was accidental. I just happened to see her, and she let it slip.
About as accidental as a coronary bypass.
What? You're not going to get angry with her.
Come in.
So I hope you're going to do something special on your day.
Yes, I'm going to burn the house down with me in it.
And I saw that, too.
Well, it doesn't matter because I'm going to get one of my assistants to take the case.
Since when?
Since the press has had enough fun making me out to be this castrating female going after the jugular of the father of her own child.
You know, this is very important to Scott. What are you going to say to him when Cece's lawyers make mush out of some fresh-faced substitute for you?
And the other families, I know.
You're having a bad day.
Mm-hmm. Mason's good. As an attorney.
Yeah, and you're his match.
I don't want to be his anything. Certainly not his downfall.
But this isn't about fighting him. This is about what you're fighting for.
Well, it's easier to be right than it is to do right.
And nobody knows that better than I do. All right, fine. If you want to quit, do whatever you want.
Oh, Father! I didn't know we had guests. I bet you're not as surprised as I was.
Well, luckily I stopped off and got a little extra champagne. Would you like a glass? I know you're off duty.
Well, thank you. Yes, that would be very nice.
Fine, good. I'll take care of it.
She really does like to take care of you.
Augusta and I are going to have a little talk.
Now, don't say that you won't take it, because I didn't have to pay anything for it. It was given to me, all right, as rent by the people that did the American Indians Crafts in Southwest month. And I knew that I wasn't going to wear it, so.
This is hammered silver. I haven't seen one of these since I moved from Arizona. How did you know?
Well, I knew that I wanted to give it to you, but I didn't know exactly the occasion. It's called a necklace of wisdom. Originally, the people that wore it were given the power to see in the dark because of an inner light.
So it's practical, too.
Yeah.